Never had a good day, never seen the greener grass. Man, is that a smile?
Yes, it is.
Stick it up your ass, life's a joke, but you'll never see me laugh. Choke to death on your half-empty motherfucking water glass. You were right to go.
What's
and
up,
tune into this
everybody? Welcome
podcast.
to
But
episode
before we
14 of the No Good Days podcast. We have a special guest, possibly taking over our most overweight spot position, as our friend is no longer in the videos.
No longer with us.
So we're trying out new people, but without further ado, I would like to welcome our good friend Sandro.
Two-time fantasy football champion. After years of countless bullying in the group chat and us telling him to start a family, he's done that and he's made it all the way onto the No Good Days pod.
Dude,
Yes, sir.
about time, bro.
Yes, sir.
Are also our number one fan.
About time, bro.
Yeah.
I'm the number one fan of the pod.
This is true.
It was about damn time that I'm on this damn pod, and I'm replacing Albert, so it makes perfect sense
Exactly,
that I'm the
exactly. We'll
person
see. Yeah.
to replace Albert, right?
Also his nemesis,
Yes.
unofficially.
Sandro's definitely the guy that Albert bullies the most.
Yeah.
Or talks
mean-
most shit to in the group chat.
No, I'm definitely the guy that he hates the most. I mean, we go point for point, and he thinks he outpoints me. I think I outpoint him. Who knows? We gotta bring
Yeah.
in a moderator at some
Maybe.
point, right?
Yeah, we should count. We should count the amount of times that Alby goes at Sandro and Sandro rebuttals
Claps
Right.
back, yeah.
and
Right.
see who's up on top.
I think I'm the objective one. I think he's just a hater. That's really what it is.
I will agree. He's
This is
a
true.
natural born hater.
Naturally.
Very
Yes.
crab-like tendencies.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, how Renee mentioned, after years of us bullying him, I remember we would play soccer or video games at like 2 a.m, and we would just be like, "Bro, what are you doing?" He's also, keep in mind, he's the oldest in the group, so we would be like, "Bro, go start a family.
That is
What
true.
the fuck are you doing playing with us at this time?"
That is true.
Which he did, and he has a beautiful daughter. So
I did start a
God
family.
bless.
yeah.
I do have a beautiful daughter. Everyone said she was going to be ugly, but she's cute as hell. But she's cute as hell
Chill.
because she looks like her dad. But I'm glad to be here. In all seriousness, like, you guys know, I'm the number one fan. Like, I support no matter what. So it was about time for me to be here. But I do got something for you guys.
Oh shit.
I wanted to reveal it.
Okay.
I wanted Albert to be here, but
Yeah.
since he's not here, we'll reveal it. We'll let him speak on it the
Yeah.
next time.
I
But
mean,
it-
in the comments, because he's no longer in the recordings.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
true. Okay,
Yeah.
so in the comments he'll speak on it. But it's going back there.
Oh yeah.
You guys
Okay.
better figure out a place to put it.
Damn. Okay.
So,
let's see what it is.
Let's go.
Fucking. That's amazing. That's
Listen,
We need it. We need it.
listen. You guys have Messi.
That's
You guys
so
have
good.
Brady. You guys
Okay.
needed the
Wow.
other goat.
This
You
is
needed the
facts.
other goat.
I cannot
Facts.
agree more. Wow, Sandro.
So
That's
now
fucking
we
Figure
have
it
the
out,
other
figure it
goat.
out.
I'm gonna put the goat right here next to me. In the meantime, where he belongs, right next to Daddy.
That's so good.
That is cute.
But I can't wait for Albert's response in the comments about this. And then next time we'll talk about his response in the comments, you know?
Where do you
Okay.
think he should go? Do you
Well,
think
he
he should?
can't- I don't think he can go next to Messi.
I think he should be on that side.
I think
to
he
be
needs to
honest.
go on this side.
Maybe Tom in the
somewhere.
middle.
We should move Brady somewhere.
Yeah, move Brady, put Brady somewhere. Brady's like the ultimate goat.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I mean,
Well, hold on.
maybe
Ultimate
Messi-
goat.
maybe-
Soccer's more worldwide than
Yeah,
football.
maybe Messi's
So-
the ultimate goat.
But does that make
Yeah.
him better though?
Makes him.
It's more of a global sport.
He
like-
makes more of an impact than Brady. You tell somebody about Brady in fucking some random country in Europe, they'll be like, "What?" Or not.
I don't
I
even
don't
care,
know.
bro.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one
Really?
because let's be honest, the quarterback position is the most impactful position in all of American sports.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
by
worldwide.
far. You know, worldwide, yeah, Messi's influence.
And Ronaldo.
Messi's influence is huge. Ronaldo's influence is huge too. In fact, Ronaldo, he has more followers than Messi.
He does.
You know,
This is
like
true.
people love to hate him, or they love him, right? But his influence is huge.
they still watch.
Yeah, they still
Very
watch.
true.
They still watch at the end of the day, regardless, right? So Brady's huge, but Brady has to take a step down. Ronaldo has to go there and figure out where Brady goes.
I agree.
You
I
know?
agree completely, 100%.
I will say Messi, you know, he does have the edge in stats and I'd say he has a little more ability, but Cristiano's personality is way better. And he speaks English.
But Ronaldo's more hard work than just inborn talent.
Yeah, so
yes, yeah.
I mean, look, Messi was born with the innate talent. There's no doubt about it. Young, very young, Barcelona scouted him. They even gave him like steroids. They gave him steroids. They gave him testosterone, human growth hormone for growth, right? Mm-hmm. So that's how much they believed in him. The difference between Messi and Ronaldo is that Ronaldo kind of had to make it out the mud. Ronaldo had to work his behind off to get where he was. Sporting was a good team, but they didn't really cater to Ronaldo. They had other players and they had other talents that they could cater to. Then he goes to United. Sir Alex finds him. Sir Alex finds Ronaldo. He goes to United, and all of a sudden, Sir Alex creates that specimen. And Ronaldo worked hard to get where he was. You know?
Because Messi was in Barcelona all his life.
Yeah.
Ronaldo went up. Ronaldo from team to team to team.
He did have to climb the tiers.
Climb the ladder.
He made it to Madrid, and obviously that rivalry became the most insane rivalry ever. There's never going to be anything like it.
I was going to say.
There's literally never going to be anything like Messi or Ronaldo. I remember the trauma that I would go through when Barca would play Real Madrid, because every single game we would hit them, we would foul them, we would do everything that we could to stop them, and somehow Messi would pull through. Messi would pull through. I vividly remember James scoring a banger when we were down 1 man, so we were 10 men playing against 11. James scores a banger, we tie it 2-2. Messi comes back a few plays later, another banger, takes off his shirt, shows it to the Bernabeu crowd. Bro,
it's tough.
My head was boiling. Boiling, bro.
That's an iconic celebration.
That's iconic.
Once in a lifetime type of celebration.
It's iconic.
Can't do it in football.
No, you can't do it in football. You can't do it in football, all right? You're not going to take off your pads. Can't do it in basketball. You'll probably get ejected with how soft basketball is. But that was insane. Obviously, that celebration doesn't beat Ronaldo's Sui.
I definitely agree.
That's worldwide. But
it's just a hard moment.
Yeah.
I remember that moment. There's going to be nothing like that rivalry. However, I will say, Lamine Yamal,
bro,
listen.
Next up,
I think
he's already up. To be honest,
he's 16.
Yeah,
it's just unreal.
It kind of beats Jason Tatum's.
Jason Tatum's forever 19. I felt like Lamine was forever 16.
He's already 17 now?
He's 17 now.
They're still gonna milk these 16.
But last season, every single moment of Lamine was he's 16. Hey, by the way, he's 16. And then I looked at his stats for La Liga last season, and I'm like, he only had 10 goal involvements. He played like 2,200 minutes. And I'm like, that's a little overrated. But then again, the kid's 16 years old.
16.
You know what I mean?
He also has school. He has to do homework.
He quit school.
Yeah,
he quit school. They made it to the Euros. They started winning games, and he was like, I'm done with school. I don't need school anymore.
Why would you go to
Literally.
school?
And
at
now
that point, his bed's kind of made.
Yeah.
Brother, you're not going to learn anything in calculus that you're going to need in this field.
I can't wait for his arch nemesis, Endrick. Sorry, I'm kidding. Endrick cannot compare to Lamine Yamal.
All right, listen.
Time will tell, but
Time will tell. We need to relax. Because here's the thing, and here's what happens with these young players. We had all the hype behind Ansu Fati. Huge hype. They were talking about him being the next Messi.
Right.
Died out. Goes to Brighton last season, which is a team in the Premier League. They're a pretty good team, but he does nothing.
But he's plagued by injuries too. Or he hasn't gotten injured in Brighton.
In Brighton, he wasn't injured, but in Brighton, he didn't even play. The coach said his work ethic was horrible, that he wouldn't play him, right? In Barca, he got plagued by injuries. So, yes, that's a huge factor. But then we see players like Pedri, same thing, plagued by injuries. Then we see players like Gavi, same thing, plagued by injuries.
Right.
And then you think, hey, you start to hype up these players. These coaches want to play them nonstop. The fans want to see them. But you don't understand that you're overworking the hell out of these players, right? And these kids at 17, you're not fully developed. So he still has a way to go. Listen, I'm a huge Real Madrid fan. I hope the best for Lamine. I'm not like someone else that sits in this chair that sits here and hates on Real Madrid players all day.
Okay, all right.
I think so. I hope the best for him, but I don't want him to be the best or anything like that.
I mean, it helps the sport. Like, the better he does, eventually, like,
That's
we need
true.
a new generation.
But you said you're not a hater like how he is.
I don't
right?
think so.
Do you like the Spanish team?
No, I hate the Spanish team.
Why do you hate it?
the Spanish team?
Why do you hate the Spanish team again?
I
forgot.
hate Barca trauma, bro. Barca trauma. It's Barca trauma. Spanish team had Piqué, Puyol, David Villa, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, you know, like all these people, and I'm like, how can I support Jordi Alba? How can I support this team if it's basically Barcelona just with a Spain badge on it? I can't support that team, bro. Yeah. So of course I'm a hater. So, you know, Euros come around, they win it all, they deserved it, best playing team by far.
Yep.
But I can never like Spain because I got that trauma, and once again,
sick country to visit, we'll say.
I agree.
So, speaking on soccer, Ballon d'Or. Predictions. What are we thinking?
Vinny has to take it.
He has
what
a
other
decent
player?
argument.
I get Rodri. He won the Euros. He won the
Premier League.
I've heard Carvajal in there too.
Yeah, Danny Carvajal is also in the
like
in the mix.
Decent little case in there.
But I don't know, man. I think Vinny takes it. His amount of goal involvements for Real Madrid, won Champions League, won La Liga. Didn't perform as I thought he would for Brazil.
No.
But I don't know. I think he takes it this year. What about you? No?
I'm not giving it to Vinny. I'm not giving it to Vinny.
Really?
In fact,
wow.
I'm going to be completely honest. I'm a huge Real Madrid fan, and I couldn't care less about Vinny. I think he's super overrated. I think Vinny's super overrated. If I were Madrid, and I've said this, and I probably said this to you guys before, but if I were Madrid, I'd literally sell him. Really? Immediately. Sell him, get like 120 million for him, get 150 million for him. Maybe he can go to a team like Liverpool. Liverpool's probably going to lose Mo Salah soon. He can go there. Yeah. You know, he can go to a Premier League team that's going to pay for him. He can go to PSG. PSG love overpaying for players. Yeah, right?
That's their MO.
That's literally their MO.
Yeah.
Neymar, that random kid, Gonzalo Ramos, who replaced Ronaldo in the World Cup.
I saw.
And scored the most fluke hat-trick ever in the World Cup, which I think was a part of costing them, you know, to go further.
Yeah.
So yeah, he can go anywhere like that. Like I said, Vinny's overrated. If it's to me, the top three, and Ballon d'Or is a lot of recency bias, and they're probably going to give it to Rodri. To be honest, Rodri's a center midfielder, but he plays more defensively. Mm-hmm. He had 20 goal involvements for Man City last season.
Beast.
That's actually really good. In 42 games, he had 20 goals. Playing as a CDM, like covering the defense, that's insane. He covered the defense super well as well in the Euros. And of course, like I said, recency bias. He's won the Euros, which is the most recent big competition. Yeah. And then on top of that, he won the Premier League.
The Prem.
If it were up to me, Jude Bellingham.
Jude?
Yeah.
Really?
Jude. Yeah.
Okay.
Jude, by far. Listen, Jude, okay, it's true. England, the Euros wasn't very good. Mm-hmm. They were pathetic,
compared
to be honest.
What their team.
Yeah, England's a compilation of huge talents that just didn't make it anywhere, you know? And Jude was a part of it, 100%. But I don't think Jude was the worst one on the team. In fact, a lot of people used him as the scapegoat, as the reason why the team was so bad. I think otherwise. I mean, he scored them the overhead kick.
That's true.
You know, that took them to the next round.
Yeah. Got the assist.
He got the assist in the final to Cole Palmer. He scored in the first game as well, which won them the game as well, which was a header.
That's true.
So he had some good contributions, right? If they win the final, if they win the final, all of a sudden you're talking about Jude Bellingham with those contributions. You know, he saved them the first game. He saved them in the round of 16. And then he gives the assist in the final, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, for Madrid, he played 39 games, scored 34 goals.
Yeah.
And this is a player
that... It just sucks that his production's going to fall.
No, it's going to plummet.
Yeah.
Right, so I was going to ask about that. So England, so much talent, so many talented players, play for so many big teams. Do you think ego gets to their head? Do you think that affects their style of play and results in them like not making it or winning the final?
It has to.
There's
at
so
least
many players,
at
bro.
some point. Yeah.
Ego could play into their head because look, Jude, he won La Liga Player of the Season,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have Phil Foden, Premier League Player of the Season.
Right.
We got Harry Kane, who doesn't win anything,
But
unfortunately.
still
Great
scores
player. Great player.
But
30
is
something
still
goals
a great
for
player.
Bayern.
And so
Two
yeah,
star FIFA.
and on top
Yeah.
of that, it's not only that they're great professionals because they're good professionals, but on top of that they're overhyped.
Yeah.
They're overhyped, and that's the way it's always been with the English players. You know,
Yeah.
you have Nico
It's
Williams,
coming home.
who balls in the Euros,
Right.
plays well for Atletico, is a player that's reliable. He's always on the pitch. You know, he's a game changer. His change of pace, all of the above, right?
Yeah.
Being valued at like 50 million. And then you got Phil Foden at like 150. Phil Foden was the worst
Yeah.
player on the England team.
Nothing like how he plays for City.
Nothing.
So.
It's
He
crazy,
did
bro.
nothing. So it's crazy. It could be ego, and it's also
Yeah.
the fact that these players are overhyped. So like I said, Jude Bellingham, Ballon d'Or for me. 34 goals in 39 games. For a player that's not even a center attacking midfielder, a player that's really a center midfielder that can kind of do everything.
Yeah.
He's a Swiss Army knife. His tackle numbers are good. His goal numbers are good. His assist numbers are good. His ball carrying numbers are good. All of the above. It's an all-around player.
Yeah. Now, same question that I have for England. Do you think that'll affect Real Madrid now with Mbappe coming to Real Madrid? Mbappe, Jude, all these players up top, Rodrigo, Vini,
Right. Endrick, possibly.
yeah.
Goulet.
Arda Güler.
Right. Brahim, who's a relatively good talent. I mean, Endrick has so much hype behind him.
Yeah.
It might make him fail. Mbappe obviously has all the hype in the world behind
Yeah,
him.
absolutely.
You know, it's been his dream to be at this club.
Yeah.
He might fail. I
Same
doubt
thing with the pick of Ronaldo when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Little ugly duckling.
it. Listen. It might fail, but I don't think so. I think Mbappe is just too good of a player. There was comparisons between Haaland and Mbappe, and it's not even close. Mbappe blows him out of the water.
No, yeah.
Um,
Haaland struggled at the end too. Like
He did.
Yeah.
He also flakes. He like ghosts in
Right.
big games.
Big games, Haaland all of a sudden nowhere to be found.
It's weird.
Literally.
Also, maybe a hot take. I don't think he's that good. He's a great finisher. One timer, maybe one or two dribbles and shot. Headers, obviously.
yeah.
But if
Great
you
leg.
give him the ball at the half,
yeah, he's not a.
he's way too big.
He's
I
more of
don't
a
think-
Ronaldo type than like a Messi, for example. Like Messi can pretty much do anything with the ball, but
Right.
Haaland's just
But
like, yo.
It'd
feed
be
me the
Ronaldo
box.
without the control.
Yeah, not
Because
even Ronaldo.
I don't think he even has the ball control for that.
No, not
No.
even Ronaldo. Because if you see Ronaldo at 23 years old at
Yeah, he
United,
was nasty with his
he's
dribbles.
skilling players
Dancing
left and
with it.
right,
Yeah.
dancing with it. The step overs, I mean, the step over king,
Yeah.
obviously. But Haaland he's a pure striker. He'll
Pure.
score you goals 1,000,000%. He'll out muscle any defender. But as a complete
Yeah, he's
player,
a big
no.
guy.
No chance.
I think Julian Alvarez deserves it more than Haaland does. Yeah, Haaland's a great striker,
Yeah.
but Julian is more of a complete player than Haaland is.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, 1,000,000%. Julian Alvarez is actually a great player, and he's been linked to Barca.
Yeah, Barca, but I also heard he might go to PSG. Was it PSG?
I don't know. I feel like everyone's linked to PSG.
It was
I
one
would
of
never
those
want to go to
teams.
PSG.
Me either.
Like I feel like that's where you go to die.
Bro, you go to PSG to ruin your career.
Yeah, you're just like,
Literally.
I'm just here for a check.
It's so
Cool
funny.
jerseys, but like,
If PSG can't win the Champions League when they had Mbappe, Hakimi, Neymar, Messi,
yeah.
all these great, incredible players, I
It
don't
just
know.
doesn't work. It's like the 2011 Clippers.
How do you beat that? How do you beat that group?
Nah,
You're
you,
not
They
gonna
just
win
beat
Champions
themselves. Yeah.
you don't.
So-
They got Dembele, Kolomuani, Gonzalo Ramos,
Yeah.
Marco Asensio, Madrid legend. You know,
Asensio.
This guy.
you know they basically have players that are good, but they're not going to take them anywhere. And so if Julian Alvarez goes there, he'll be wasting his career. So I
agree.
definitely think he goes to Barca. Maybe not right now. Lewandowski's still there. Vitor Roque, we have to wait and see what becomes of that kid. That
Lamine?
kid,
Lamine Yamal?
Lamine Yamal, obviously, but he's a winger.
Yeah.
Alvarez can play striker or false nine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So Alvarez can fit in the formation. It really just depends about if Barca can even pay for him. You know,
Barca's
That's
struggling financially,
Yeah.
operationally.
listen, I saw maybe this is true, maybe this is not true, but apparently on TikTok, fans have been sending donations to Barca.
Oh, I believe it.
I saw that.
10,000%.
I saw that. People donating money to Barca so they can get players.
Dude, I will say soccer fandom is second to none, bro. Like, the fans, like, even if they're in debt, they will go into further debt just to support their club.
And they'll go crazy over these games, bro.
Like, if they have, like, let's say $10,000 to their name, they will put $9,999 for their club because they're like, at least I have something to root for. Like,
literally.
I think that's the greatest fan base. Soccer fans.
Honestly. No, 1,000,000%. And you're never gonna beat, like, obviously they're delusional, but like a Manchester United fan, a Barcelona fan, a Real Madrid fan, we're all delusional in our own sake, but we're all like a huge, super loyal fan base, and we'll never. Someone were to give me a Barca jersey, I'd burn that thing. Like, you know what I mean? So we'll never go for the other team.
Cool.
However, once again, I'm a Real Madrid fan. Vini's overrated. Sell him, get rid of him, play Mbappe on the left wing.
Okay.
Figure out the remainder of the team. Maybe you can continue Bellingham as a false 9. Rodrigo could play striker. Maybe Mbappe plays striker. Rodrigo plays on the left side.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see. Rodrigo is a very skilled player. He doesn't get the plaudits. He doesn't get the credit because Vini's there.
Yeah.
And Rodrigo's always been playing out of position.
Kind of in a bit of a shadow.
Yeah. He's been in a shadow, but the kid is a baller, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You know who else is delusional, like you mentioned? Jake Paul.
I was gonna use the same transition. But speaking of delusional people,
Jake Paul calling out Alex Pereira.
Poetan.
Bro,
I gotta give this guy a little credit, dude. He did beat Mike Perry.
He fucking embarrassed.
Yeah, but look, here's the thing. I get it. Mike Perry's a professional fighter, but Jake Paul's not a small guy.
No,
he's also
huge.
in his physical prime.
Correct.
Yeah.
He has a lot of money. He trains a lot on his free time. Like,
There's
a reason that his weight classes are a thing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we didn't get the Tyson fight. I think Mike Tyson kicked his ass.
I think it's gonna happen though, like in November or something.
Yeah, they rescheduled for November 15th, but I'm tired of it, bro. Like, he's just picking on smaller dudes, to be honest. Like,
I mean, he's working his way into better fighters, which I don't blame him. When did he start boxing? Like 4
he
or
started
5
boxing
years ago?
probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
I think when Logan did like the KSI thing, he probably started.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, when all of that blew up.
I know a lot of people hate on him and like, oh, he only fights retired fighters or old fighters. There were still fighters at the time. These are skilled people. They're not nobodies. They're not like people that aren't athletes.
I'm going to say I have a different take on the whole Jake Paul thing than a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
I think he markets himself super well.
Absolutely.
In the way that he markets himself, because he always says, and he even said it in the last press conference, he says, I'm a kid from the Disney Channel who's out here boxing all of these people and knocking these guys out. And what's funny is you're not a kid. You're 27 years old. You're probably like 220. You're 6 feet tall.
Bigger.
You train daily.
Yeah.
You train every single day. You have the best trainers. Like, brother, you're a professional boxer.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to tell that. At that point,
he's selling himself short.
He doesn't want to tell that to people because then all of a sudden, like, his mystique comes down because he's not that nobody, you know, from the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
But
from Ohio.
Yeah, from Ohio. From Ohio.
It's a rich kid from Ohio. I mean, I give him credit. Like, he's made, you know.
And this guy
done a lot.
He's made himself.
Like Sandro said, his marketing, incredible.
It's insane.
He calls out Alex Pereira, knowing that Alex can't fight because of his UFC contract.
Right.
So he's just bashing on him. And it gives him the
I called you out, you didn't pull up.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, here's the thing about Poetan, though. He's stoic, but he's gonna do it. Like, he'll do it if he gets the opportunity. He's gonna do it. And Poetan's not one to talk, but it's funny because they FaceTimed after the fight.
Yeah.
And that was basically the call out moment between him and Alex. Is he delusional in calling out Alex? Probably. I mean, Alex's left hook is absolutely
but then again,
out of this world.
Something underrated though is his kicks. So if it's just boxing, he might struggle a bit.
You think so?
Not really.
I mean that's what I would say because it's like, think about it. The whole way they train is like everything combined.
Right.
So the second you make it one dimensional, it's like.
But then again, Alex went from kickboxing
right.
to UFC, which is, you know, everything. to back to boxing.
Yeah, but he still struggles like on the ground and stuff. Like,
Well, yeah.
he's primarily kickboxing.
Right, but I think his boxing would be more better than in UFC if they went to the ground. Is what I'm saying. He would
Okay.
Yeah.
make it further in boxing.
Yeah, Alex's boxing is actually good. I mean, we've seen it. His
Yeah.
distance control is good. He knows how to pressure people. He puts people against the cage, and then he'll knock you out. I mean, look at what he did to Izzy, right? He put him against the cage. That left hook, I don't even understand. Short left hook, and it hits like on the machine like 100,000. It's ridiculous how powerful that thing is,
like
right?
he did to Jamal Hill.
Jamal,
The short left hook.
bro, listen, the Jamal Hill moment, that was epic, bro.
Yeah.
He literally, Herb Dean was about to call it,
Yeah.
and Alex was like,
No.
chill,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
this. 5 seconds later, Jamal Hill's dead on the floor.
Dude,
Literally.
incredible. It's so good.
It's insane. That guy's insane, you know? So,
Yeah.
I think it's a good call out for Jake. It's a great call out for Poatang, and it's something that he better jump on because that's where the money is.
Yeah, it's
No,
millions
he's
of
not
dollars.
gonna take that.
You think so? I feel like
Not until he's retired, or like.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. There's still a lot
I don't
of
think
hype.
Dana's not gonna let. it
No,
happen.
Dana's not gonna let.
Okay, but here's the thing. Jake fights Mike next, right? Mike's what, like 60
Dude,
years old at this point.
I'm willing to put money on Mike.
I mean,
Dude, I don't know. I thought Mike Perry would have fucking
Dude, but like
did something.
the size difference though.
Yeah, but he's the BKFC
Significant.
champ.
yeah.
Yeah, but still, they're fighting people like the same weight.
Yeah, but Mike is traditionally a welterweight. He's like 5'9", 5'10", so he's not big. Jake is bigger. He's heavier. You know, he has the
But
power
Mike
on his
can
side.
take damage, bro.
Mike can take damage, but Mike is also washed from the UFC, and BKFC is not this huge
No,
thing
it's not.
yet, you know?
Yeah.
But what's funny about the whole Mike and Jake Paul thing is that after the fight, Connor told Mike that
Yeah,
he's fired.
I saw.
He's fired
Yeah, he's like, you're losing to this fucking
to this nobody.
Disney Channel
basically.
loser. You're fired.
You're
bro.
fired.
Don't even come back.
He wrote an entire rant about Mike, and then at the end he said that he's fired. And the thing about it is that he's part owner. He's part owner of BKFC, so he could actually do that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Connor is a good example of a MMA to boxing transition. Like
yeah.
he did pretty good,
Oh my,
and I think
Against
Floyd actually tried
one of the
against
best
him.
boxing.
Yeah.
bro, are
Yeah,
you kidding
fighters
me?
in the world.
Yeah, so I think Floyd was taking it easy in the first rounds, and it makes sense because Floyd wants to let it go deeper, and whatnot for more
He's a
play to the
defensive-
crowd
Defensive boxer too.
as well.
He is.
He
More
had
is-
what I didn't know about Floyd was that he hurt his hands really early in his career. So he's like,
Really?
I can't hit a lot, and I can't hit that hard. So
Yeah.
he just focused primarily on defense, and it obviously paid out for
And
him.
accuracy because
Yeah.
Yeah,
to knock
defense,
somebody out.
accuracy, technicality, Floyd.
Precision.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about, in my opinion, possibly the best boxer of all time. In my opinion, what he did to Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people say Manny Pacquiao, his shoulder was injured, his elbow was injured, whatever the case may be. I don't know what it was, but Floyd dismantled Manny almost every single round, and he made it look like, you know, there's levels. There's levels.
True.
And Manny and this time was having trilogy quadruple fights with Marquez. With Marquez, and Floyd had
That-
also already
yeah.
beaten Marquez, you know. So, I personally, I don't see anyone better than Floyd. And for Connor, that was huge. Connor made like 10 million, 15, 20 million dollars off of that pay-per-view alone.
Yeah.
Beside the
Way more,
sponsorship,
yeah, way more money
beside the
total.
marketing, Floyd made 100 million
Great fight.
off the pay-per-view. Great
Great
fight.
It was. I mean, 10 rounds. It's pretty
10
far.
rounds. Yeah. Connor hit him with a left hook that
Yeah.
early somewhat rocked Floyd.
Right.
And everyone was like, can Connor do this?
Yeah.
You know? And that was the time where Connor was at his peak. So everyone was there to watch him
Yeah.
win, or a lot of haters.
Right.
As we know, someone who sits in this chair.
made him suffer for the Khabib fight, so
That is
he
true.
needed to be working on his ground game.
Yeah.
That is true.
No,
instead of
yeah.
boxing.
But you know, like Connor, there will be nothing.
Nobody.
But talking about Connor, UFC 304 this
Yes.
weekend.
Big card.
Yes. This is recorded.
Headshot dead.
This is recorded before the matches. Just a little.
Yeah.
Will be posted after.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be Mystic Mac, like Connor, but I'll
There we
be
go.
Mystic Sandy
Yeah.
instead. Talking about overrated English people. Paddy Pimblett.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I thought you
yeah.
were gonna say Tom Aspinall.
That's what I thought you were saying too. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Hold on.
No, yeah,
Pimblett?
Patty really struggled in his last fight, but he's just marketable. I gotta give him credit, but
Patty's a fan favorite, but
I
he
like
lost. He didn't lose the last round against Ferguson. He didn't because he took
No.
him to the ground.
Yeah.
But he was gassed.
He was.
He was gassed against Ferguson, and Ferguson was still light on his feet, you know? And you're talking about a Ferguson who's been through I don't know how many fights.
he should have a record for most damage taken in the UFC.
Right, taken so
El
much
Cucuy,
damage.
like, oh my god,
Yeah.
bro!
Literally-
The Justin Gaethje fight alone.
Dude, I think Tony fights at the next fight night, right?
I'm not
I'm
sure.
pretty sure he does.
At this point, no one fights.
When
no one
does Tony
follows
call it?
I hope soon,
I hope soon. This is
Yeah.
sad.
dude. He's a legend in the sport, but like, dude, it's time.
He's going
It's
down
time.
very, very sad.
Yeah, I
What's-
hate to see legends go down like that.
Yeah.
I don't even consider him a legend of the sport. I honestly
Really?
think Tony was he was mediocre, and it's funny because there was the Habib fight for Tony, and
Yeah.
it was rescheduled 4 times.
Yeah, that's what everyone says though. Like
And-
they're like, oh, he never got Khabib in his prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone says that Tony would have beaten Habib. No
Come
chance.
on, man.
I don't.
No chance.
I mean, I don't see it.
There's
No
no,
chance.
there's no way.
Possible.
Tony
Can't just say it's impossible.
Well, yeah, but I mean, highly unlikely.
at that time his submission game was good. His elbows from the floor on the ground were good.
Yeah, he go to the
you
ground
know,
against
his
Khabib.
guard, but going to the ground against Habib, of course he's going to take Tony down. I mean, Habib's way stronger than Tony. Firstly,
Yeah.
Tony's slender, Habib's bulky. So when he takes him to the ground, it's going to be basically over for Tony. So that's why I say he's mediocre. He was interim champ.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the UFC Hall of Fame, but I don't really think anything of Tony. Nonetheless, back to overrated English people.
Patty.
Paddy Pimblett.
Patty Pimblett.
Paddy Pimblett.
You think
Okay.
he loses?
He's fighting Bobby Green.
Yeah.
Well, King Green.
King
now.
Green. Yeah. No
He
longer
changed his
Bobby.
name.
He changed his name to
What's
King
up with
Green.
these guys changing? Bro, can we talk about Ian Gary taking his fucking wife's last name, bro? What is that?
I
And the
don't know,
fact that the
man.
announcers included it
Ian
so many
Machado.
times. Ian Machado, Gary. Oh my God, Ian Machado, Gary. I was like, bro,
I don't.
I get it. He added his name. You don't have to say it every time that you're gonna talk about. Like, just say Ian.
Do you know why he took her
I
last
don't.
name?
I actually don't know why he took her last name. I know that there's been a lot of rumors about him, not good rumors regarding his wife and his
Yeah.
wife's personal trainers and all of the above. I don't really want to touch on
She's
that.
Brazilian,
Yeah.
right? So now he's taking his jiu-jitsu so much more serious. That was like, he's like buddies with Poatan now.
So weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So
It's
weird.
weird.
All right. So King Green.
So-
Sorry, to go ahead.
Patty
Listen.
Pimblett.
All right, Mystic Sandy here real quick. Bobby Green is going to win 3rd round KO.
Think so?
Third
Third round KO.
Okay.
Third round.
So, Bobby fought Ferguson. He
Yes.
outstruck Ferguson by far and away. He submitted Ferguson. So Ferguson had never been submitted before. He was the first one to submit Tony. Bobby fought Gordon, Flash Gordon, which
Okay.
is
Yeah.
another guy that Paddy Pimblett has fought. And that was a no contest because Bobby headbutted him, but Bobby was winning that fight. Bobby Green was winning that fight. And then we talk about Pimblett. He looked bad that 3rd round against Tony Ferguson. He looked tired.
Mhm.
And then against Flash Gordon, to be honest, he lost that fight.
Yeah.
He had
agree.
4.
That's the one that he won split decision.
He won unanimous.
Oh, okay.
Struggled.
He won unanimous, but he struggled. And on top of that, Gordon took him down 3 times, controlled him on the floor for more than 5 minutes. The strikes were even. The judges gave it a Paddy because he's a fan favorite. The UFC wants to build him up.
They wanna
all of the
make money.
above.
Is he undefeated as well?
I'm
Patty.
not sure. I'm not
Maybe
sure, I
in the
think.
UFC, but definitely not.
don't
No, I
remember-
think he's.
I don't
I think
know,
he's
bro.
like 15-3. I think his
Okay.
record's like
Okay,
15-3.
got
So I think he's lost a few. He's not a bad fighter, but I see Bobby smoking him for sure.
King.
Bobby has better stand-up fighting, so I just see him smoking him. Then
Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall,
Curtis Blades.
Curtis Blades. That's a good fight.
The bowling ball.
Think so?
And I think that people underrate Aspinall a lot because of course you got John Jones there.
Yeah.
And you're gonna compare any light heavyweight to John Jones, but Aspinall's actually good.
He
Yes.
is the interim champ as well.
He's a
He's
pretty
interim
good
champ.
overall.
And Aspinall in the
Fighter.
UFC, he's undefeated. Not really undefeated because he did lose to Curtis Blades. But funnily enough, the way that he lost was he tore his ACL.
Oh,
Yeah, Eddie knows about
yeah.
tearing his ACL. But he was stepping back. Curtis was throwing a combo, and I guess he stepped wrong. ACL blown. He was out for like a year.
Yeah.
Besides that fight, he's undefeated. So, and that fight, he would have probably won it. Well, I mean, we don't know, but he would have probably won it.
Yeah.
So, Curtis Blades, wrestler, his striking's decent. He got knocked out by Ngannou. Like, that's what everyone still knows Curtis Blades for.
Right.
Dude, I mean, I wouldn't feel that bad about
I
that.
feel like if you get knocked
Ngannou's
out by
pretty
Ngannou,
powerful.
you'll always be known for that. Getting
Yeah.
knocked out by that
Alistar
fucking...
Overeem.
That
Great.
was
Great UFC career, but his knockout.
That's the best
Oh my
knockout
God.
I've ever seen.
that knockout.
Man, that was so
Bro,
violent,
that
bro.
just-
The head snap. It looked like a car accident
Yeah.
in the octagon.
He took him off his feet.
Yeah.
That's what
took him off
sucks.
his feet.
Alistar Overeem, great champ.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
great
Alistar.
history.
Yeah.
Knocked out by Ngannou, like Johnny Walker style.
That's also an
It's tough.
Alistar, a little bit older, and
yeah.
also an Alistar that wasn't on steroids anymore. Because
That is
let's be
true.
honest, Alistar was on
Dude,
steroids.
I think
He
we
was.
should
He
bring
had to
back.
be.
We need steroids back in sports.
I'm okay with it.
We got...
At least in baseball. At least in baseball.
What's this
Non-contact.
What's this guy's name? Gordon? That he's great
Gordon
as-
Ryan.
Yeah, Gordon Ryan.
Gordon Ryan.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine Gordon Ryan in the UFC, but like juiced up Gordon Ryan?
Yeah,
He's usually
on
juiced up when
steroids.
he
He
competes.
is. He
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah.
He's like, I am juiced up.
Yeah,
That's why he's a freaking
he said
behemoth.
it.
Yeah.
He said it. And steroids in sports is normal. Like in cycling, I just watched the Tour de France. Yes, I'm a huge Tour de France enthusiast. In cycling,
You wear
steroids
the
is
little
normal. No, I don't wear the suit. I'm gonna buy the suit. I'm gonna buy a bike.
Yeah.
Right around South Miami. No, I'm kidding. But Tour de France is huge, and what's funny is Lance Armstrong is hated for the steroid use and all of the above.
Yeah.
But in the time of Lance, everyone was on steroids.
It's true.
Everyone.
That is true.
And nowadays, everyone is on steroids.
I mean, was he even on like any anabolic compounds, or I thought it was just blood doping?
It's EPO. It's blood
Okay.
doping.
Blood dope.
Yeah, so it's to thicken the red blood cells.
Don't you freeze your blood? Is
What
that what
I
it is?
understood is that you take out the plasma,
Yeah.
you regenerate more, and then you put it back, so you have more oxygen in your blood.
I read somewhere
to
that
help your muscles.
you kind of like freeze it, kind of in a way, to build up the cells. I don't know if it's red or I don't know.
It'll be red.
Red.
Carries oxygen.
Okay.
I think I read something like that. They freeze
He,
their blood.
he did something just to get an edge, but like
Yeah, but that's the thing about, once again, in cycling, like Lance, they used him as the scapegoat because everyone was doing it, and they just took him down because he was denying it so much that all his teammates came out against him as well.
Live
He went onto
strong.
Oprah. He went onto Oprah, and he finally admitted it. The world hated him for him, but he's a 7-time champion. He deserves it. Everyone around him was
Yeah.
on the same exact steroids as Lance was on, and he was still better than every single one of them. That's why, back to the UFC.
Yeah.
If they're on steroids, if everyone's on steroids and you're kind of controlling the amount of steroids that everyone's on, first of all, for the fan, that's way better.
I don't know about steroids in the UFC, bro.
Listen,
These people are gonna start killing each other.
no, I mean,
Bro.
they might.
Francis
they might.
Ngannou on a cycle.
They might.
Bro, I would
John
love
Jones
to
on a
see-
cycle.
I would love to
Oh
see.
well, although
John
John
Jones
Jones,
has been.
my bad. He's already been caught with.
John Jones has been on
picograms.
cycles.
Yeah.
Dude, but I'd love to see Connor on juiced up Connor in the UFC now as his comeback.
Yeah, well, I mean, Connor was juiced for the movie, the Roadhouse
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I mean, he was juiced.
You could tell.
He was big. So
This
was
guy.
Gyllenhaal. They look good. They look
Yeah.
good. But they were juiced for sure. But that would be fun. That would be fun. Back to Mystic Sandy. Tom
Leon.
Aspinall knocks out Curtis Blades
Knocks
first
him out.
round.
KO first round.
First
No
round.
submission?
He might submit him. He's a submission artist as
I
well.
know.
His dad's a BJJ 3rd degree black belt.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
who knows? But I think he knocks him out first round. Curtis Blades, his striking is
Okay.
subpar. And then we move on to obviously boom KO headshot. And Bilal,
Dead.
remember the name Muhammad.
I hate that guy, bro. He's such a hateable
Bilal.
person.
Bro, everyone hates that guy.
I mean, he seems like a nice guy.
He
but
says
it's
that
like-
if he beats Leon, he'll be considered like one of the top 5 best in his weight class.
I don't know about
And
that.
in the comments, people are like, "Bro, you're not even better than like Matt Hughes or something."
No.
Like that.
No. But Bilal.
Matt Hughes is sick.
I know.
Nah, he was just-
I know, but they're
He's like UFC 1 guy, like
Yeah.
the American guy. He's like
Yeah.
back when men were men.
Yeah, Matt Hughes is sick. He also got hit by a train and he survived it, so that's pretty sick
That's
as
a
well,
fucking
right?
man,
Jesus.
But Bilal, remember the name? I think that's the worst moniker, the worst nickname anyone could have ever given him because no one remembers the name. In fact, no one cares about Bilal Muhammad whatsoever. Bilal's literally a pick me guy. Like he's probably texted Dana pick me so many times for this fight. because Dana doesn't like him. And
I think
doesn't
Dana
wanna
looks
put
at his
him.
phone and is just like, fuck.
Of course, because this guy's a decision artist, and why is Dana gonna put a non-likable dude who's a pick-me dude who no one knows in the UFC championship fight unless you deserve it? Which, in a way, he deserves it.
Yeah, he's made a good run.
You know, he deserves it, but
To be fair, Leon before, yeah,
Leon was boring.
he was a decision artist.
He was a decision
I get it.
artist as well.
Bilal was meant. It was like bound to happen, but it's still such a boring fight.
I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, it's entertaining.
Yeah,
hopefully Leon takes him out in like the first 30 seconds, because fuck that guy.
I don't know if that would happen.
It
It would
Yeah.
be nice. Well, their last fight, they have fought before. It was a no contest. Leon eye poked him, but their last fight, Liam head kicked him, and Bilal wobbled.
Yeah.
And that was really like the first time that
But-
we've seen Bilal wobble like that.
Yeah.
So that could happen again, and he could.
He's
kill him.
primarily a grappler, Bilal.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a big
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu
he's a grappler,
guy.
but he's not like a
Yeah.
Habib grappler. He's not like a Islam grappler.
Right.
He's subpar, you know, and it's not to say that Leon is the best, but Leon has good takedown defense. Leon's striking is crispy.
Yeah,
Right, I
it's gotten a
agree.
lot
Very
better.
crispy.
The second fight against Usman, he really showcased
Dominated.
that.
Yeah.
And he showcased his takedown defense.
Yeah.
Because Usman also looked more gas, and for some reason he looked more
He's getting
old.
older, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It happens.
But Leon stuffed every single takedown, pieced
Yep.
him up on top, and he won a decision fair and square, you know?
So you got Leon?
I got Leon, unanimous decision, though. I don't think he knocks him.
All 5?
Yeah, all 5 rounds.
Interesting.
All 5 rounds.
I'm going to go 4th round TKO.
I got him second. Knockout. First 2 minutes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Second round, first 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Got it.
I don't see it happening only because Bilal's chin is good, but honestly, I hope it happens. That way Bilal can just...
Bro, if he
Discipline.
gets him with how he got Usman in the first fight,
Headshot KO.
I will
it's
say,
funny.
though, to be fair, Usman was beating the shit out
Yeah,
of him.
he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
complete
yes.
domination.
I mean, Leon's coach was like,
Yeah.
You
You're
guys
getting
just-
bullied, son.
Yeah.
You're getting bullied.
Yes.
this
And
is now Leon.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, that cornerman deserves so much more credit that he
Yeah.
got.
Yeah.
Because, like, you could tell Leon looked defeated, and he's like
was
let's go,
accepting
bro.
it.
Like, you're in the fire. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta pull yourself
He
out.
literally,
Yeah.
he
And then
woke him
boom.
up.
Yeah.
He woke him up because Leon was already, I lost. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, you're losing 4 rounds. You never expect that you're going to get a head kick like that. But he got it. And what's interesting about that is not only the cornerman, you know, his coach and whatnot, his brother on the side, he was yelling, cross, head kick. Cross, head kick. Leon, cross, head kick.
Yeah, no,
He
like
said
they
it-
showed a clip of him like in the
Iconic.
locker room. They're like when he like his
Yes.
certain feint,
Yeah.
he does this.
Yes, he said it like 10 times, and that's the thing. What they reviewed was when Leon jabbed, Kamaru was gonna duck, and Leon was gonna catch him with the head kick, and that was exactly it. Leon faked the jab, Kamaru ducked, and also blocked his body like if it was a body kick, and just the crispiest head kick.
Great.
Dude,
Crispiest head kick.
the only other like crisp, well, 2 other moves of people like predicting what the opponent was gonna do. Masvidal with Ben Askren, like
Yes.
he's like they
The
showed
knee.
like clips the day before, like yo, you're gonna like move, and he's just gonna duck to go for the takedown, and then he got that, which wasn't that clean, but still, you know, impressive.
Super
Yeah.
impressive.
And then Connor with Jose Aldo when he was like, oh,
Practice
his
that.
right hand twitched. I expected him to overcommit with the hook, and I would catch him
Dude.
with my hand.
And it's not only that. In the locker before the fight, Connor was literally doing the exact movement
Yes.
that he finished Aldo with. Step back, punch, left
Counter,
left
yeah.
straight, left hook,
Yeah.
counter left straight, whatever it was. That's literally what he got him with 13, 14 seconds into the fight.
Incredible.
Insane. Renee, you want to talk about Joe Biden?
A lot of political news this
Renee
week.
is king of fucking politics,
Joey
conspiracy
B.
theories,
Joey B.
everything.
The boy who, it seems like not that long ago, you know, maybe 2 weeks ago, passed all his physicals,
Yeah.
said he's not dropping out, said he was in impeccable shape, cleared by all the doctors, cleared by all the Democrat leaders, saying, you know, he's Gavin Newsom. Oh, he's made an incredible run. Like he's
Yeah.
in perfect shape to take out, you know, the Don. He's the only person that could beat Donald Trump, et cetera, et cetera. Has dropped out officially
Yeah.
this week.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Very
Drops out
fast.
Sunday,
Yeah.
right?
He
Dropped
did
out
get
Sunday.
a COVID diagnosis. We don't know. He's
Weird.
scheduled to speak
Yep.
in the following week to officially endorse Kamala.
Kamala.
She already went to a rally.
That's true.
Also, big political news. Director Cheadle of the Secret
Yes.
Service officially resigned. She did. I get it. You know, the congressional hearing. She's not going to give them the answers they want because, you know, it's like you're in a legal case. Like,
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
going to really say a lot.
You can't.
I mean, she admitted like it was a big operational failure. They really, you know, cooked her. And I mean, rightfully so in some aspects. Like,
Yeah. They
a lot of
torched-
stuff got overlooked.
Yeah.
She didn't answer a lot of the questions they asked.
She
No,
can't.
and she should have
Yeah.
known, but I get it. You know, it is an active investigation.
So yeah. that's
But
fair.
I would say, you know, with the severity and like the risks involved, she should have had some of the answers, or at least gotten the FBI's cooperation, because that was like a lot of the references she made. Like, the criminal investigation is handled by the FBI, but like,
Yeah.
why is like, if the Secret Service is, you know, in charge primarily, they should have taken it over. But, you know, crazy times we're in.
That is true.
Hopefully, you know.
There were a lot of rumors of Joe Biden, possibly just terminal illness. Some people said he wasn't going to survive the night.
You know,
It's weird. A
A
lot
of weird stuff going on.
I think it's interesting that.
One more thing, sorry.
Go ahead.
Kamala, in her little speech, she was like, "Thank you, Joe. I know you're still on the call."
Yes.
Kind of little slip there.
Yeah, it's interesting that she
So-
does a speech and they don't show him, like they don't broadcast him to live viewers. They just
If you think about
say
it,
that it was a call.
he's the
Yeah.
first president to drop out via social media.
Really?
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
He released a tweet.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like, imagine you just tweeted out right now that you're quitting your job. Like, how is that an official thing? Like,
That
I don't
is
know.
true.
It's
Last
kinda
time,
odd.
that there was some sort of Democrat convention without a candidate, or with a candidate somewhat floating in the air, was back in like 1968. So it's
Yeah.
a long
Who was
time
that?
ago.
Ford, Lyndon B.
I don't know.
I'm not
I don't
sure.
know, but it's a long time ago. And it's just sketchy, and it's also super dishonest and super disingenuous what the media has done with this. You know, for the past 4 years, I think everyone had little hints of Joe not being all there, and they hid it from us, and and
Yeah.
now he's going up against Trump, and it's looking a little bad for them, and all of a sudden they're like, pull the eject button.
I just don't
Pull
get
out
like
Joe.
the staunch like flip flop, because I mean, after the debate, you know, obviously he stuttered sometimes. It's whatever, you know, everyone stutters.
Yeah, of course.
But he didn't look as sharp as he did like
Right.
in the previous State of the Unions and stuff
Right.
like that,
Yeah.
or even like in 2020, like leading up. And then, you know, everyone's super like starkly saying no, he's good, and then, you know, after the failed assassination attempt, it's like, oh, like Barack, you know, he should step down. Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi, he should step
Yeah.
down. It's
Yeah.
like,
I think it
where
was.
were you guys 3 weeks ago?
3
Like,
weeks
I
ago,
just-
yeah. It's weird.
It's just odd.
Weird timing, yeah.
It's odd, and we honestly don't even know if Kamala's going to be the person or not, because she hasn't really been endorsed by everyone. It's kind of still in the air, and honestly, Kamala,
I think she will, though. So many donations.
It's kind of
so
late
many-
though. in the
It's
process.
late. It's late for them to find someone else, a replacement. But
There was no primary.
Also,
election
yeah,
either.
weird that they just announced this after the primary.
Yeah.
So they just get to handpick
It's
who's
odd.
going to be
It's
there.
odd.
it's very odd that 14 million people voted for Joe Biden, and now those 14 million people have no say
Yeah.
in this whatsoever. But Kamala against Trump, I mean, she's not going to be able to out-debate him in any sense of
Right.
the term, and he's just going to use, you know, their last term against her. And she was the border czar, and we know how that's all ended. So
We shall see. Also,
We
another
shall see.
thing. I think it was AGR Capital, the company that filled out all the short positions, $360 million on DJT. They actually reversed that with their brokerage account,
Oh.
saying that it was a clerical error.
Oh,
so
interesting.
from 360 million, they went to $36,000. Odd.
clerical error.
That's after
odd.
the attempt.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's odd.
that's odd.
That's weird.
It's not
very odd.
completely unheard of. Clerical errors do happen.
Right.
But
But
uh,
one of that severity,
this magnitude type of event,
I mean, that's 2 zeros. I can understand 1 0, but that's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
don't
huge
know.
error.
I don't
That's
know.
weird.
It does seem odd. I'm gonna leave it to the audience. You can look up who owns AGR Capital.
Yeah.
Don't say names. Don't say names. Who owns it?
It does rhyme
Okay. Yeah.
with crack block. Okay. But I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a lot of weird things all coming together. But we'll see, man. Hopefully,
Yeah.
We'll leave it to you guys.
No matter what happens, things get better.
Hopefully. So
We'll leave it to you guys to do the research.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys. Thank
Yeah,
you
man.
again for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you for coming.
appreciate it. I hope to be on here again.
First father of the
And
group.
Bertie, first father of the group. This is
Yeah.
true.
We'll see.
And
Maybe I'm vouching for Sandro to take over the Fat Boys position, but
We
We'll
shall
see.
see.
and let's make sure that we get Ronaldo
they'll zoom in on that.
up on that wall, okay? I'll be waiting to see that next
Sounds
podcast.
good.
All right, guys.
All right,
See you next
boys.
week.
Bitch,
Catch
I
you
never
next
had
tomorrow.
a good day, never had a good day. Bitch, yeah, I never had a good day.